Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So we're going to conclude this video on anxiety. I think it's a little more I want to talk about. In the first video, go watch the first video. Watch it in its entirety. Hit the like button. Send super thanks. But it's some things you need to understand about anxiety, because anxiety shouldn't be a thing. And it shouldn't be able to ruin your life like it's able to ruin a lot of people's life, to the point where some of them want to end their life. You should never end your life over anything with these people or these circumstances. That's why sometimes you see homeless people, you be like, he's homeless. Why shouldn't he be happy? Why shouldn't he? He's still alive. He got another chance. He might win Powerball. And then you'll be like, you have been one of them people that was disrespecting him because he was homeless. And then he be looking at you like, man, I ain't giving you nothing, man. How you was doing me, how you was treating me. So the definition of anxiety is a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome. Hey, uncertain income causes anxiety if you let it. But what I was telling you is anything that you face, you should ask questions. There's certain questions you should ask yourself. It's a certain way that I learned how to handle my anxiety to turn it to nothing. I remember one time, there was a bill that had to be paid. And it's like, we was trying to figure out, okay, let's pay, this person pay this, let's do it this way, let's do it this way. Because it was a bill that everybody was going in on. People didn't want to go in on it. So I got mad. I was like, forget it, I'm turning it off. I even cussed. I cussed. I was like, let them turn that S off. I don't care. You know why I did that? Because that's how I deal with anxiety. If I have something that is just lingering, I know the devil wants it to linger. So I'll be like, whatever happens, I'll be back. I don't worry about stuff like that. I don't let stuff bother me like that. When we lost our apartment in Texas, and it was A, B, C, D, 3 out of the 4 got evicted. Because what they did, they pulled a little scam move, and they gave us an electric bill for $500. I kid you not. Our rent was already, I think, like $1,030. And the electric bill, or was it the electric? Yeah, it was the electric. It fluctuates, right? Why they give us our electric bill for $500 and it was normally $2 something? That took everybody under. And the dude that stayed, he probably took out a payday loan or something. Because that put everybody's rent over $1,500 that month. And in Texas, you can't play in Texas. They'll get you out of there in 30 days. 30 days, they'll have a sheriff. 35 tops. So you talking about, I'm moving to Texas, Texas is a nice place. But you better have your stuff in order. So we ended up bouncing the hotels for a little while before we came back. It's like down there, you could have a job and be making good money. But that eviction, it's gonna be a minute before anybody even rent to you. You will have to buy a house. Like in Texas, you get evicted, you either gonna have to do everything you need to do to get a house. Because if you got, houses don't work like that. Like if you get evicted and you get all the stuff off your credit and you get an FHA loan, they don't care about your eviction. when you want to rent somewhere else. See, sometime when you get evicted, you're going to have to buy a house. Because they'll look at the eviction, but it's not going to stop you from getting a house. As long as you ain't got stuff on your credit that's taking your score down, like your student loans. If they in default, make arrangements. Get them deferred so it'll say good. Or like if you like other bills, you got collections. Pay them collections off. Every collection you pay off, your score gonna go up by 23 to 25 points. I know. So you don't worry about it. Like, you just do the best you can. Your absolute best. Give it the maximum amount of energy and effort. And don't worry about it. Don't lose no sleep. If you toss and turning over your bill, go get you some NyQuil, some Triple Z, ZZZ Quill, or Walsum. Walsum work better than NyQuil. But she say, I'ma leave. You supposed to be saying, say that again. You might as well go. If you don't, I will. You don't sit there and worry, what can I do to get her to love me again? No. Remember your player days. Any of y'all dudes, don't let these women change you. You don't do that to them if they not down with it. But you remember, once a player, always a player. You got to keep your playerism in your mind. Don't let these women or these preachers and these church folks change that. You ain't got to go and have all these women, but at the same time, your mind should be, I could have all these women. So your wife won't get too entitled, get to talking about leaving. You want to leave, go. Because if she want to leave, either she smashing, she dreaming about smashing, or she negotiating a future smash. She want to get, and then some women just like sucking on stuff. They gonna want to get back to that. Some of these women, they want to look up at you. Joink. If that's your wife, man, there ain't nothing you could do. You don't get angry. What can I do to? The first thing, like I said, what should you do? The next thing, you start thinking, what's the worst possible scenario? And in your mind, you don't worry about if the worst possible scenario happens. These women that have you worrying about everything, they'll turn you into a little punk. How we gonna pay our bills? How we gonna... I don't know. How are we? If we don't, we just move. These women be turning some of the most gangster dudes into some punks. That ain't their job. So you got to learn how to handle adversity, and you got to know how to handle anxiety. Because adversity is very closely associated with anxiety. Opposition adversity is finna hand the baton off to anxiety. So you just can't stop worrying about this stuff, man. Worrying about it ain't gonna change it, and that's what he even said in the Bible. Focus on how you need to be as a spiritual man. Focus on what can you do to improve your situation and make sure it don't happen again. But then you don't worry about, remember Job said that what I feared came upon me. That's why you got to get rid of your fears. You got to get rid of your fears. You get rid of your fears and worries, you'll get rid of anxiety. That's all I had. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with more videos.